Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have got a tea box holder for you. It stands on your counter like that with your teas in it, and it opens like that, and these all flip backwards and forwards. Now, I'm not a tea drinker. I drink coffee and I drink hot chocolate, so I decided I was going to order some Twinings tea. Now, I appreciate that tea bags in individual bags come in different sizes, so you would just simply adjust the size of your envelope and the width and the length of your cardstock accordingly. But I kind of figured that these were relatively standard, as much as tea bags can come. So I've got two samples here for you to show you. One is imperial and one is in metric, and you can see that there is minimal difference between them. So you can see there's a tiny little whisper difference there. I don't know that there's any height difference. No, there's no height difference at all. And the width difference, none at all. So it was literally, that's the only part. So I'm going to show you, because tea is quintessentially English, or British I should say, and I am a British girl, so I'm going to do a metric version today. So I've got my scoring plate here. This is the Simply Scored, which comes as an imperial. This is my metric plate that slips on the top, just over the top, and you need a piece of cardstock that measures 26.5 by 8 centimetres, and you would need that to be 11 by 3¼ inches. Don't worry about writing anything down. I will put it all on my blog, and if you click the show more on the description bar, you'll find a link directly to this project. So this is to make the base part, and you score it at 9 centimetres, 11.5 centimetres, which is missing, so I'm going to slide this along so that I can get this part. So 11.5 centimetres, 20.5 centimetres and 23 centimetres. And in inches, you're going to score yours at 3.5, 4¾ of an inch, 8¼ 9.5 inches. And if you want me to bring that back to explain how I did the 11.5, because it's missing on our scoring plate, I just slid this along so that I was sitting at the 10, which is obviously 10 more, so I scored at 19 instead of 9 and 21.5 instead of 11.5. So that's all you do. So that's that part. And then to get the concertina bit inside, which hopefully you can see, if I bring in this one, you'll see it better because I did it deliberately in a different colourway because I was sensible like that. To get this part going here, you need a piece of cardstock that measures 8 by 7.5 centimetres, which is 4 by 3 inches, and you score it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 centimetres, which is ½ an inch, 1.5, 2 inches and so on. So it's at a centimetre all the way along on the 8 centimetre side, or at every ½ an inch on the 4-inch side. So I can move those, and then while I've still got tools nearby, I'm going to grab my envelope punch board because it's an envelope that's inside here. So I'm just going to bring that back in so you can see them. And to make the envelope for this size tea bag, you need a piece of paper that measures 12.7 centimetres by 12.7 centimetres, or 5 by 5 inches, and this is the beautiful Sweet Sorbet Designer Series paper that is a free celebration item, and there are mere days left to get this. So you put this in at the 7.5 inch mark, which is you don't at all, you put in at the 6 centimetre mark, my brain's gone, which is 2 3/8 of an inch. Punch and score, and then you slide it around and you use your scored line up against this score guide here to keep following all the way around. And I'll come back, I was saying about celebration. In the UK, it's for every £45 you spend, you get to choose something for free, and there are 11 physical products, or if you're a fan of My Digital Studios, there's 2 digital downloads as well. So that's all scored. And like I say, this is only on till the 31st of March, so get in quick. I am taking orders. Right, move the envelope punch board, and I'm going to fold these score lines. I'm going to make this envelope up first before I build the box up. So just fold on all of these. And then grab your snail, which I forgot to get out. And you need it sort of, there's not a huge amount of difference, but you can just about see that it is very slightly rectangular. So you want it in the portrait fashion, so it's, the length is going that way. A bit of snail on both of those, fold one over and the other, and then that's that. That's the envelope made. I want to close it because I've closed these so that you can, they don't pop open, so that you can just slide it closed and keep, you know, refilling with tea bags. So I've got my paper piercer here. I've got my piece of Whisper White cardstock and my Petite Petals punch, so just one of those. I've got some pistachio pudding ink, because that's what this colour is, which is the one in the background. So I'm just going to quickly sponge the edges. And my piercing mat. And I'm just going to go straight into the middle of that and pick it up on the paper piercer. So I've picked it up there, and then I'm just going to gently mark a hole where I want it to go. And you need to make the envelope before you can put these in. And I'm opening it and pulling it open and keeping my fingers well out of the way, and just gently pushing a hole. So I haven't come all the way through, but I've just about gone inside. And I've got the Candy Dot Brad bases. I'm going to slide one of those onto the flower, that through the hole. Oops, I haven't just bent it. And I'm going to, if you can see down, it's the little legs are sticking out, so I'm just going to open those, and then that's stuck in place. So that means I can now grab my tea bag, slide it inside, and then that will close and stay closed. And I've got around here somewhere some candy dots, and I'm going to take the Sahara sand, because that's the lovely brown that you can just see peeping there, and over the top. And that's my tea bag ready to go inside. And I was very organised, and I did the other three, because there's 4 that goes into this. Right, let's build some more bits and pieces up. Let me move these out of the way before I clutter myself too much. So, with your concertina insert, you need a bone folder, because we do want these to be quite sharp. So you fold away from yourself and then towards yourself. So you've created that shape. Miss one, go away from yourself and towards yourself. So we've now got that shape. And again, miss one and go away from yourself and towards yourself, and you finish, whoops, with that shape. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And then some sticky strip goes into all of these sections that would have been popped up, so I will count them as I do them. Actually, that probably will help. So the first one, 2, 3, the fourth one, and the last one. Grab the right tool, take off the backing of the sticky strip, and this is where you're going to start using your bone folder, because we want this lovely sharp crease. So fold that in and push. Take off the backing, fold it over and push. And then the last one, I keep putting my tools down, fold that up and push. So there we go. We are now left with that shape. Okay, so I want to put some sticky strip on these 2 middle ones. So, you know what, I'm going to do this like this, I think. So in the middle of those, it's the 2 middle ones, not the outer one, because it's going to stick down inside like that. Okay, so that's the inner bit done. So the outer part, just fold up all your score lines, and the job starts to speed up a little bit here now. And you've got one long section and one short section. The short section is going to come round, so you grab your corner rounder and round off those corners. And then your designer series paper, we need 3 pieces that are all 7.5 centimetres wide, or 3 inches wide. One of them that's going to go on the front measures 7.5 by 5 centimetres, which is 3 by 1 3/4, and it's on this last long section and down towards the bottom. And then the next part, which is going to come on here, just move that bit there, is 7.5 by 3 centimetres. We need to round the corners of that as well, which is 3 by 1 1/4 inches. That's going to go over there. And then the last part, which is going to go there, which sits on the top, is 7.5 by 2 centimetres, which is 3 by 1 inches. And I've just stuck that on the wrong side. Oh no. Oh well. That didn't work, did it? Oh, let's grab my paper trimmer ever so very quickly. What did I say? 7.5 centimetres by 2 centimetres. So 7.5 centimetres by 2 centimetres. And the reason I haven't put any on the back is because when you make your envelopes, you can get 4 from a sheet of designer series paper, and then from the bits left over you can make the decorations for the top, the front. There isn't enough to go for the back, but that's okay. Who looks at the back of a box? There we go, that's that part done. We're going to do the same as well. We're going to put a brad in the front, and this time I've got the pistachio pudding cardstock. One of those out. Sponge the edges with the same pistachio pudding ink. And the same as before, grab the paper piercer and the piercing mat, a hole in the middle of it, and pick it up again. And then position this over and decide where it's going to go. And this is cardstock, so you need to push it down onto something. So there we go. So it's just there, just on the edge of the DSP. Another candy dot brad base through the middle of the flower, into the middle there, and a candy dot to go in there. This is a much longer video than I normally do. I hope you think it's worth it. Another Sahara sand candy dot into the middle, and we can start putting this together, but I need to put some more sticky strip on here because I want to stick the envelopes on. So I think it's probably easier to put the sticky strip on first, then stick it down, and then attach the envelopes. So you need 4 pieces, 4 envelopes, 4 pieces. And they're going to go on the last one on each side. And then the middle one that's sticking up either side of that. So those are all the pieces that you put in. So I'm going to take the backing off here, and then I can position this into my envelope holder. And it's onto this section here, so you have to kind of pinch it so it would be in the position that it will be permanently inside the box. Into the middle. I'm trying not to get my head in camera here. And just stick that down. And then the final parts, take off the sticky from there, and you have one that's facing towards you, so you line that up, and that's now stuck. Take the backing off there, one that's going to face in, so they're going to be mirror images of each other, so I should turn that round, and that's now stuck, and the same as before. one facing towards you. And again, that's stuck. And this last one is going to go a mirror image into that. Finish there, fold it all up and slide your the top part underneath your flower. And all done. How cute is that? I won't put the extra flowers on that I did here because, well, you've seen me do those before and you get the idea. And look at that. That was ridiculous, wasn't it, to stick it and then stick it down. Anyway, I hope you like this slightly longer video and I hope you think it's worth it. And do make some tea boxes for people. Nice gifts. Nice if you have a country cottage and you rent it out, maybe to leave a gift of tea bags for somebody. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Bye.